YouTube, what is up? That4, brand new video. Now, I've tried to make this video so many times, and it's just not working out. So I'm just trying to make this one short and sweet. First off, Adventure Time was amazing. One of my favorite shows of all time. I loved it. What it brought to cartoons and everybody that supported it and loved it was amazing. You know, Adventure Time to me has a very deep fan base. And that's something that I feel like a lot of shows don't really have nowadays. You know, I mean, Teen Titans Go has a deep fan base, but I don't think it has that adult kind of fan base. Like, I like Teen Titans Go, but I'm not going to support it like how I supported Adventure Time. Like, I have Finn Sword. Like, that's how much I loved Adventure Time. Number two, real quick, the last episode was amazing. And the reason why I said the last episode was amazing is because it's just my hair is bothering me, but it's because it brought together everybody. You know, like at the beginning of the episode, Princess Bubblegum wants to fight in a war, and then Finn was like, "Yo, like, there's another way," and that's what I liked about Adventure Time 2 is the character development. If this is Finn back in the first couple of seasons, Finn was always fight hungry. He was always want to fight. But because Finn has been through so much, he realized like, yo, fighting doesn't always solve our problems. You know, we've been fighting for so long that sometimes you could just talk it out with people. You don't have to always fight. And that's what I like too. You know, is it just showed Finn's character development. And then it showed Princess Bubblegum's character development. And then the one thing I did like, you know, I really liked was that Marceline, the Vampire Queen, and Princess Bubblegum, they finally kissed. And that's something that they have, you know, kind of teased that they had a relationship at one point in time. But it's something that they teased for a while. And, you know, to also see the ending of Adventure Time, to see all the stuff that comes from it when it ends, like to see the humans come back, to see Marceline and Bubblegum hanging out a lot, to see Finn and Jake just chilling. You know, basically, like, there's no evil in the world anymore. The land of Ooo could go back to normal. And it was just, like, I could feel myself getting real emotional watching it because it's like, yo, like, I can sit there and I can remember, you know, running home to go watch a certain special or telling my mom, like, look, I'm not leaving until I watch this special. Mind you, I'm 22. This show came out when I was like 13, 14. And to be like 15, 16, 17, you know, 18, having it on the DVR is like kind of like weird, but it's like, yo, it's just because I loved Adventure Time that much. It's like to even sit here and talk about it. And the reason why it took me so long, you know, I literally made probably like 15 different videos sitting here trying to find the correct words to talk about. I think this is the one. But to sit here and really like talk about Adventure Time being that old, it's like, you know, it's like, yo, this show, like, it had, you know, had an effect on my life. It was amazing. I loved it. You know, if I was sad or something and I see Adventure Time was on, you know, I was like, damn, yo, like, this show was hot. You know, it made me feel a little bit better. People always say, yo, Adventure Time is that show you need to watch when you're high, and I'm like, no, like, and I don't do drugs, I don't promote drugs, don't do it. But I was like, no, like, if you sit there and you really watch Adventure Time, you really watch the later episodes, and you know, the earlier episodes weren't all that, but once they got a little bit later and they started realizing, yo, let's have an identity with our show, you didn't have to watch the show when you were high. You didn't have to watch the show when you were under any type of influence. If you really sat there and you were smart enough to understand the concept of stuff that Adventure Time was talking about, you would really enjoy it. And sitting there and I could watch all the stuff that Adventure Time was talking about, I really started to enjoy it. You know, my favorite special will always be, I don't know if it's considered a special, but my favorite will always be, you know, Finn getting with Flame Princess for the first time. And Jake singing the Fire Inside My Body song, you know. And I was like, yo, I was walking around school singing that song. People looking at me like I'm crazy. But I'm like, yo, like, for my favorite show. And lastly, it's just Adventure Time just helped spawn a whole bunch of new shows. Sorry, I got something in my eye. And by that I mean it helped spawn, you know, Steven Universe, Gravity Falls, Star vs. the Forces of Evil. Like, it basically gave that push, like, yo, look, you could have a younger audience, but you could also have that older audience. And it's probably why I like Gravity Falls, probably why I like Star, probably why I like Steven Universe, because they all have that character development. They all have that deep story. They all have something that Adventure Time had. A show that started in 2010 that wasn't even supposed to be on Cartoon Network. You know, that a show that, I don't know if I say that because it was supposed to be on Nickelodeon, but they passed on it. But a show that, in my opinion, I don't think it should have lasted that long, but it did because it had that fan base, you know. And the reason why I say it shouldn't have, because I didn't see Cartoon Network at times promoting it like that. But to see how Cartoon Network treated it in its last couple of months, years, is amazing, you know. To see them promote the heck out of that Minecraft special. When's the last time Cartoon Network really promoted something that came out around that time? Alright, they promoted the regular show movie once. They showed it once. They showed this Minecraft special like 2-3 times. What, like, you know, when Kids Next Door was hot, they showed, you know, Operation Zero a couple times, but they never showed the last episode a lot. When the Girl vs. Billy and Mandy was hot, they showed, you know, the Codename Kids Next Door Billy and Mandy special a couple of times. When Ed and Eddie was hot, they showed everything. But to see how Cartoon Network treated this show, it was just like, yo, like, they really like this show. And I'm gonna talk about the ending again. And the reason why that is because the ending can leave you with so much speculation on what they could do next or what they could have done. You know, like, in my opinion, I feel like they could have had another season. You know, but 8 years is amazing, especially in this climate. You know, and this is why I say, you know, it shouldn't have lasted that long, because I'm gonna say we live in a microwave era. And a lot of older generation people say that too. But the reason why I say we live in a microwave era is because we get stuff so fast and we let it go so quick. You know, you heat something up in the microwave, it's gone. Or, you know, it takes about 5 seconds to heat it up. You know, this show was like in the stove, in my opinion. It was on the boiler, you know. It just kept getting hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter. And now it's like we're slowly just taking it out. And, you know, that's what I liked about it. It just stayed hot, you know. Like, when Adventure Time, you know, when they took it off the air for a little bit, they showed no reruns. But when they would start promoting that show, everybody's back on Adventure Time's wave. So, in my last couple words, you know, to Cartoon Network, to Adventure Time, to the Adventure Time fans, you know, no, people probably not gonna like this video. I made this video for my own personal reason. I want to share how I felt about Adventure Time with the world. And I love Adventure Time, you know. I still love Adventure Time. It's really sad to see something from my childhood go. And I know there has been a lot of cartoons, you know, in and out of my childhood went, but there hasn't been a cartoon like this, like regular show, like Steven Universe, Star, Gravity Falls. Shows like that on that caliber have really like touched me, you know. And to see a show like this go out in the way that it did, I'm happy for it, you know. I'm happy that it got the respect that it deserved, you know. I'm happy that it had a fan base that was so deep and so well connected. I'm just happy to see Finn and Jake just go on to their next adventure, whatever it may be. Whether it may be cameos in little shows, or whether it may be a tattoo, somebody get a tattoo of Finn and Jake, you know. Yeah, so to Cartoon Network, to the Adventure Time fan base, whether you like this video, whether you don't, at the end of the day, I just want to talk about Adventure Time for a little bit. I honestly just want to, you know, just say how I truly felt about Adventure Time. And like I said, I loved it. I will never stop loving it. Adventure Time will always be in my top 10, top 5 favorite cartoons of all time. Because I don't think, well, maybe there will be, but I don't think there will ever be a show as good as Adventure Time. Like, and that's just my personal opinion. But I don't think a show will ever touch the world like Adventure Time did. So it's that guy C4. This isn't one of my regular videos, but I don't really care. I just did this because I wanted to do it, and I'm gonna share it with the world because I want to share it with the world. And Yeah, it's Dark Galaxy 4, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.